After all the experience you've made with media all over the world, do you still believe what you read or see on television?
Never.
Never. I never did before, but I don't believe even more now. I know that I don't even have the right. It's the only thing I've learned. I don't have the right to make an opinion on anything that I read or see on television until I go to the fucking source myself, personally. My attitude has changed so much within the last couple of years, mainly just because of the crap that's been written about us, that I don't even, I don't even find myself, like, having very many opinions on bands anymore, or putting them down, or you know, going out of my way to, like, to have any kind of expression about them at all, because I don't know these people, you know. Bon Jovi could be one of the nicest people in the world. His music sucks, but, you know, I don't even want to bother with even expressing those kind of opinions anymore, because I know that there are people, you know, probably in this town right now talking about us, you know. So I heard that Chris Novoselic, you know, blah, blah, blah.
With his dog.
With his grandmother's dog. And it has AIDS.
Which is not true, by the way.
I'm just wondering, does that sometimes affect your private life too? I mean, your friends or your family are reading the stories about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird to talk with your wife's great-grandparents and they bring up something like that. You're just like, man, that's not true at all. Then you have to explain to them how people have different agendas. Each writer has their own perspective, and maybe the magazine editor has an agenda, you know what I mean? And you're at their mercy, basically. So all you can do is be as honest as possible, put on a happy face, roll with the punches.
I mean, frankly, what surprised me, even though I'm working in the media, there were certain magazines where I thought, okay, whatever they print is at least well researched, like Newsweek in America or Spiegel in Germany. I found it quite confusing that even though they made up stories.
Oh yeah.
I was surprised about Newsweek. I thought they were just
I'm not surprised at all.
Caliber, you know?
No magazine has any ethics at all. There isn't any magazine
mainstream
that would...
magazine.
Yeah, a mainstream magazine that would ever, you know, stop a good story, you know. They want to sell magazines. They're in the entertainment business.
Yeah, that's
and they use,
the point.
you know, they use politics as some kind of fucking fake tool to sell their magazines.
Right.
But in this case, I thought this is a sort of a magazine who have to lose his real reputation as well.
I think we're going to have to get David Gergen.
There is no one that is challenging these magazines, though. You know, there are no protection laws against, you know, false things that are written about celebrities. You know, libel suits are a complete farce. You know, you basically, a libel suit is just a challenge between two people that have a lot of money, you know, and whoever has the most money will win it, you know. And if you go up against Condé Nast or some major corporation that owns a whole bunch of magazines and owns this one magazine that wrote shit about you, they'll just filibuster for years, and you'll spend hundreds of thousands of dollars in challenging them, and you'll end up losing. So there's really, you can't even get to that first stage of even filing for a libel suit. It's a waste of time.
It's pretty wild, like all the relationships between people and bands and labels and between magazines and all that stuff, you know. You have someone like Bill Clinton had a bad time, so he hired David Gergen, who started throwing parties for the press corps and started smoothing people over because he had relationships. And what do you know? Good news coming out of Washington for Clinton, you know.
Yeah,
it's this manufactured perception. It's just like, it's not real. It's all just a charade, you know. And the bottom line is Stoli vodka ads on the back, full-page Stoli vodka ads on the back page, or Marlboro Man ads. You know, they just get that money, and everything in between isn't really that important. Television, same way. So we're going to start our own magazine. It's going to be called The Nerve Wracker.
Nerve Wracker.
Yeah.
It's a good name anyway.
We're gonna character assassinations left and right. We're gonna schmooze it up with people. Whoever greases our palm the most is gonna get a full cover story. You know what I mean? Step one, take the guys out for dinner. I'll have lobster, thank you. Step two,
Get me
favors.
in the show for free.
Yeah, get me in the show for free.